Okay, this is part 2. So I'm in Chicago and it's Monday. So Monday at 11 o'clock is my first meeting, and we meet with our transplant nurse, Paula. And it's just, I don't want to say meet and greet, but it's just, okay, we're here. We're saying hi to each other. Make sure that we have everything that we need and we're going in the right direction. So I meet with her, and then from there, it's just amazing, these large medical facilities. They are so well organized versus just smaller places. I mean, like, you have to wait weeks to get results back, and these, as soon as they do them, the results are on the computer waiting for the doctor to see. So I meet with Paula, then after that I go and I get lab work done and I get an EKG. No appointment necessary. I just go there, walk in, hand them my order, which I already have, and they do my lab draw and they do my EKG. And then at 2 o'clock, I have a CAT scan of my sinus and a chest x-ray. And they do the CAT scan of the sinus because a lot of times, and my nose is so stopped up right now, I probably need one. They're going to make sure that during these first 2 weeks, they're going to make sure that I have no infection in my body anywhere. And they say usually people have a sinus infection hiding, and the CAT scan is how they find it. So they look for, if they find it, then they'll start treating me with antibiotics to get rid of it. So that Monday I do those 3 things, which is gonna wear me out because I'm already gonna be worn out from traveling the day before. And then don't forget, Monday night at 6:30 I have my reservations at Texas Day Brazil for Valentine's Day. So after I get that CAT scan done, I'm going back to the room and I'm resting until it's time to get up and go enjoy our Valentine's meal. Tuesday, I have a dental appointment at 10 a.m. And again, they go in and they're looking for infections. They're going to make sure, and which, remember, I already went and got all my dental work done, so everything should be good. There shouldn't be any infections, cavities, abscesses, or anything. I did that a couple of weeks ago. So I do that Tuesday at 10 a.m. And then at 1 o'clock, I have an appointment with an endocrinologist because I have the panhypopituitarism. So I'm gonna go see this Dr. Myad, and he'll probably order tons of blood work. And he probably, I don't know, he might do an MRI of my pituitary gland. So that's on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, I have an MRI of my brain with contrast at 9:15. And I'm not to wear jewelry or makeup. And then after that, I have lab test, HLA typing, which I have no idea what HLA typing is, and then data lab, and it's walk in and I bring my orders. And then at 2 o'clock on Tuesday, I meet with Dr. Burt. So we'll have a face-to-face meeting. And then the rest of the week is just nothing. They wear me out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then they let me rest. I have time of rest. And then I do not have, unless stuff comes up, which I'm sure with the endocrinologist and stuff will probably be scheduled on that Thursday and Friday that I just, we don't know about yet. And then it goes on to the next Monday, because that Sunday Dwayne will fly out and Vanessa will fly in. And so Monday it's going to be Vanessa and I have the pulmonary function test. I have to do that again because they're going to see how I'm doing without my oxygen. And it says not to use inhaler, decongestant sprays, or antihistamines for 4 hours prior to this test. And then at 12:15, I have the test that I'm dreading, and it's the dobutamine stress echo with full Dopplers and bubble study echocardiography. I had that test before. I don't know if it's the exact one I'm going to research, but it's the heart study. And I'm not able to get on the treadmill and do a stress test. I'm not able to run, I'm not able to walk for long enough, so they inject me with a medication that makes my heart race. It makes my heart act like I'm running running, and it terrified me the last time, and I said I never would do it again. My heart was beating so hard and fast. You break out in a sweat like you are working out. You flush and you have no control over it. Scared the crap out of me. And other people just do fine. My dad said it didn't bother him. I must have not been informed well enough. It scared the crap out of me. And but I talked to Paula, and we're going to see if Vanessa can go back with me and hold my hand. Because it was a terrifying experience. So I get to do that again. And Dr. Burt said, because we asked if we could bypass it, and he said, no, we need to do it because we need to make sure my heart is strong enough to withstand doing the stem cell transplant. So, understandable. So I do that at 12:15. It says do not eat or drink for 5 hours prior to this test, so that means I can't eat breakfast. I can wake up early and eat it. And it says please do not use any greasy products on the upper body. And then at 3 o'clock I do a vein check. And I asked her what a vein check was, and she said it's done at the blood center, and basically it's just they're meeting you, they're getting to know you, because they'll do the PICC line in my arm, they're going to be doing the vas cath in my neck down into my heart. They're going to be placing all these lines in my body, and so it's just kind of getting to know me and checking to make sure everything's okay. So I do that, and that is Monday, February 21st. And then my legs are doing their funny things. Then we go clear up into Monday, February 28th. At 7:30 a.m. I have to report to the hospital, and I go inpatient for the first chemotherapy mobilization, and Vanessa will be with me. And I'm just inpatient Monday, Tuesday. They let me out Tuesday. And that is to mobilize my stem cells, to get them out in the bloodstream, to get them ready for harvesting. And then at that point, I have to do these Lupus shots, and Paula had me go ahead and get them. I have to inject 2 shots every morning at 7 o'clock, and she wanted me to go ahead and get them to see what our insurance would do, and it did come out the copay, thank God, because these she said one package of these is $3,000, and based upon my weight, thank you steroids. I get 2 shots a day. So I'm thinking both of these boxes, I'm sitting here with $6,000 worth of stuff. But these shots make the stem cells, along with the chemotherapy, and make them come out into my bloodstream and be active. The Nupogen, it will make me not feel well, like the extreme flu. It'll make my bones hurt because they say because it's making the stem cells come out of your bone marrow. So it'll cause pain. And I think they said it'll also cause like severe headaches. But I'm believing not. I'm just thinking I'm going to take my shots and just feel fine. And I think that chemotherapy, I'm going to do it and I'm going to feel fine. That we're not going to have any of that yucky, nasty stuff. So I start and I do those. I have to take all of those. I think it's 7 days worth. Giving myself a shot is a piece of cake. I've done so many shots now. It doesn't bother me at all. So I do the chemo. Then Wednesday night, nothing to eat or drink after midnight. And then Thursday morning, I go in at 7 a.m. and they do my temporary catheter line placement in my neck, which they're going to do for the stem cell harvesting. And then they start, then after they put that in, they do the first harvest of stem cells, and then Friday I go back and they do it a second time. And they should have everything they need, but if not, I go back the next day. And then we're up to March 23rd, 7 a.m. at the hospital. They put the PICC line in and a temporary catheter line at the interventional radiology floor. And then after they do that, I go to the blood center and they do plasmapheresis, which that's another thing I said I was never going to do again. So we're learning this. Never say never, because it just doesn't work out that way. When I had the plasmapheresis is when I had lost my vision, and they did the plasmapheresis and it did bring back my vision, but the catheter that they placed down into my heart had staph infection on the tip of it, and so I went septic and I about passed away. Bad experience. The lady that was doing my plasmapheresis, now that I've read and learned stuff, I think she was more concerned with herself and her time rather than me as a patient. I know about the plasmapheresis now. The slower you go, the better. And she was saying, oh, let's speed this up so we can get out of here. And the more she had speeded up, the more I tingled, the more my body felt like it was vibrating. And that means that my calcium, and I forget, there was my calcium and something else were bottoming out, and that's not a good thing. And that at that point they should have been giving me stuff through the IV, but she didn't. And it was just a bad experience. But now I know, and I'm educated, and so now I know what to expect, and if something was going wrong, I can ask for help and know what I need